G'day folks, this is Shane. Today we're doing a shootout between two budget electric guitars that are still good budget electric guitars. This is the Squier Affinity Series Stratocaster. This is the one with the gold series, or the gold actual logo over here as well. And this particular one is an Essex electric guitar. Now in Australia, these are very comparable in terms of price. If we start talking about the classic vibes from Squier, at least in Australia, they're about two-thirds more than this. So around 300 bucks, give or take, you'll get a better price at the deal price, no doubt about it. But the Squier Classic Vibes deal price would be around 700 to 800 bucks. No kidding. So they retail at over $1,000 in most shops here in Australia now, which is insane. I know. So today, I thought this would be a pretty fair comparison. I actually went out and purchased this. This is one of mine, and this is on loan here from Sky Music here in Melbourne, Australia. So yeah, I thought I would give these a bit of a shootout comparison with a couple of different tones, both dirty and clean. You can make up your mind which one you like the best and leave your comments below. And also at the end of this particular video, I'll go over the pros and cons of both and what I thought I was hearing in the room and how they both feel to play and some of the pros and cons of both. So let's do it. All right, let's get into it. Today I'm plugged into the Kemper profiling amplifier. I actually profiled my PV Band at 112 yesterday. It sounded great. It's loaded with a Texas heat speaker and it was mic'd up with a Rode M3. This is the neck pickup on the Essex. Over to neck and middle. Over to middle pickup. Middle and bridge pickup. And over to bridge pickup. And now over to the modern clean channel of the PV Bandit now. Let's give this a shot. This is neck pickup. We'll just do neck and bridge on both guitars. Nice and stringy. And over to bridge. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Shane. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So what do I think of both of these two guitars? I think they both played pretty much exactly the same as each other, which was really, really surprising. I did have some tuning stability issues off camera with both guitars, but granted, both have new strings. This was just I put a new set of strings on this just recently, and this is straight off the shelf with the stock strings. So off camera, I was basically tuning them between most of the takes. So if one of the takes seems or sounded out, I tuned up pretty much every other go. And by the start of the clean section, it seemed to be pretty stable on both guitars. So I thought that was also worth pointing out, but it could just be that they're new guitars with new strings. So just keep that in mind as well. Now, in terms of the sound, there's not a lot in it. I felt like maybe the Essex was slightly hotter sounding, especially on the cleaner signal stuff. Whereas if you're after that really vintage sort of underwound vibe, maybe the Squier is the way to go. Now, visually, in terms of look, they have obviously very different guitars in terms of their finish and their stylings. I gotta say, I love the two-tone Sunburst. I'm a huge fan of that. I have been for a long time. So I think that looks fantastic. And on a budget guitar with a lack of finish like this, it's really quite great. And same with the SX. I mean, it's a black Strat with a mint green pickguard with the plastic still on there. So if you see any air bubbles in the actual plastic, that's what's going on. Whichever one you like best, it's all personal preference, much like how the color is. If you like sort of a dry finish neck, or if you would go for a higher gloss. Some people go for the higher gloss and sand it back. And I'm one of those guys, but I don't know if I really need to sand this back. It doesn't get that sticky, which even in wintertime here, I think that's pretty cool. Now, this is the deal breaker for a lot of people, but it's worth mentioning as well, like I did on the Telecaster video, that the headstocks look quite different. So depending on which one you like the best, that could be a decision or deal breaker for you. But the thing I liked about this over the Squier is this actually has the vintage style tuners, so it's much quicker once you know how to use them to get strings on and off. And yeah, I just really like the vintage style tuners. I love the finish on the neck, and that little bit here, this bit here, doesn't actually concern me that much. It looked a bit weird when I first saw it, but it is a Strat. It has Strat Stylings in every way, and I think you can't really go wrong with either of these. It just really depends on what you're looking for. One of the criticisms I had about the Telecaster shootout I did recently between the Squier and the Strat was the Squier had kind of nasty fret edges. You know what? I'm gonna give the winner to the Squier in this department. This actually feels slightly better on the fret edges than the SX does, only on the bottom side. So the top side feels fine. Both sides on this feel pretty good. It's just this bottom edge here could be a little bit better, so I might have to do a little bit of work on that, sort of round it off just a hair, but overall, they both feel great. Now, depending on what type of profile neck you like as well, that will be also another decision maker, but a lot of beginners probably don't know the difference between them. Odds are if you've got bigger hands, go for a fatter neck. If you've got regular or smaller hands, go for a thinner neck and you should be in business. So overall, two great guitars. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you don't like leaving comments, I'll post a poll up in the cards and you can let me know which one you like the best up there as well. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also click the notification bell, and I'll be back for more. Catch you soon. See ya.